Today I've got my thoughts on Trick or Treat Scooby Doo, which is the newest direct to video Scooby Doo movie. And overall, I was not a big fan of this movie. It was pretty much, for the most part, just a really cheap remake of Happy Halloween Scooby Doo and just Warner Brothers trying to wreck a franchise that they hadn't destroyed yet. And that's pretty much what I got out of this. And that's even from the trailers that I saw for this movie. And I mean, you go back and you watch Happy Halloween Scooby Doo. That was actually a good Halloween movie with the current voice cast. While this one, though it did have a lot more of the original like villains and stuff, it just didn't feel a lot like a Scooby Doo movie to me. It felt more like an agenda was getting pushed. And I watched the whole movie, and I'm honestly probably not going to watch this movie again. So that's just pretty much most of my thoughts in under 3 minutes on this movie. Now, were there good parts to this movie? Sure. All the callbacks to the classic villains, loved every single one of them in this movie. The only one that they missed was not doing any callbacks to the Creeper, because that's one that I look out for in basically every Scooby Doo movie when they do a classic villain callback, which it started with Cyber Chase 21 years ago, and this is, I believe, like the first Scooby Doo movie where they did more than one classic villain return, and they didn't do it with the Creeper as one of the classic villains. So that was pretty disappointing, at least to me. So that was a bit of a letdown, but I mean, it's like that was a small thing for it, but overall, this just won't be the Scooby Doo movie that I'll turn to when it comes to Halloween, just because they've done so many Halloween related Scooby Doo things in the past few years. I mean, 2 Halloween related direct to video Scooby Doo movies in 3 years. And that's a bit overkill, especially considering they finished the sequel to Scoob, but they will never release it to the public. And I was really actually looking forward to that movie. And the ones that cut that movie were the ones that greenlit this kind of cruddy movie. So, yeah. Pretty disappointed with that. And considering they've got that adult centered Velma series that's going to be starting up in 2023, and it's not even including Scooby Doo, and they even point out in this movie that like Scooby Doo is like the whole franchise is based around me. Yeah, that kind of hit the nail right on the head, right in the middle of this movie. Kind of a clapback at Warner Brothers and HBO Max. So, yeah, pretty disappointed overall with this movie. So, it's not one of my favorite movies. And just like the Courage the Cowardly Dog movie, it's probably just going to sit in my collection. Hopefully, the next one they come up with is somewhat better. I'm not holding out hope after the last two were major flops for me. I mean, the Courage the Cowardly Dog movie was actually good, other than one scene in the movie. So, that wasn't too bad. But you guys can tell me your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, and just like and subscribe for more, because I will do more in the future.